Hey friends, I hope you enjoyed my video recently where I walked through all the characters, their top skills, and which costumes you want to be getting. But there was a big change that happened in this patch. Every character got a new, easily accessible costume and then 2 new special costumes. So I'm going to be running through what each of those are. I'm not going to be revising my entire list. I don't have the time to do that right now, but we will be factoring these into future lists. I think this Rise of the East costume on Black Widow looks so dope, by the way. I think this is really what they wanted Savage Shadowlands to kind of look like. It feels very similar in build, but it just feels so much better. Steampunk isn't my favorite, but those are my takes on how they look for Black Widow since I'm playing her all the time. But we're going to be going through all characters, what they do, and how these are similar maybe to some other costumes. But first things first, ignore that. Not important. Let's just swap over here to the proper screen. All right. For Black Widow, we have all new different. This is firearm expert skill. This is my most recommended one. So this is a backup option to Red Widow, which you can see here. I have farmed extensively. The last one is supposed to be kind of like the hardest to get, by the way. So that's why it sometimes will take a little longer. But this is actually the one I want. So proving elusive in and of itself. One second, I'm just trying to pull up my list of costumes just so we can categorize for everyone else. All right, and then for special costumes, Steampunk is close quarters combat skill +6. I believe that is equal to Xanderth. Yep. And then Midgardia is deadly aim, and you note here 19.8%. And when we come down to special costumes, 21.8% plus the bonus here. So these are actually the best costumes in the game. They have already power crept out your regional gear pieces. So these are the best things you can get. Notably, the only place you can get these is from the shop. So, be depressed about that. And you can't actually buy these. You do have to pull them, just like you did with Savage Shadowlands. So good luck with that. If you want to come through and you want to see like the percent chance of drops, items with increased chances, these are all the way up to 0.1%. They are above the regional pieces. I don't know why these are set to be higher, but Rise of the East is the one that you actually want for Black Widow. So I'm actually going to be spending some money probably today, just because I need to be getting some of the things I recommended in my last video. I was just waiting for global launch to do that. But here you also can see the Deadly Aim class set is the one that I'm working on. Generally, also gives you the 3 set is Firearm Expert skill +6. So, and this is important because that's the skill we care about. So this is different from any other costume. You are getting that massive attack increase. And then this is giving you a +6 to this ability, plus an additional 6 to this ability, and to Widow's Sting ability, because these are both deadly aim abilities. So pretty amazing new costume. It's going to be hard to walk through all of these for every character in such detail, but Black Widow is one that I can talk to in great detail, obviously. Martial arts expert will be the one here with close quarters combat. I don't think Steampunk is worth your time for Black Widow. I'm not losing a lot of sleep over it. Note that you do lose out on what she's getting as her base stats for most of the other ones. Hydra Empire is a little different. I think they actually changed all of hers. No, here you go. Critical damage. Oh, I had like a tickle in my throat. But attack and critical damage are what you are getting as base stats here. So you're no longer getting those on Rise of the East or on Steampunk. Instead, it's giving you this +12 to one ability and +6 to the other ability with the flat attack bonus here and this one. So you're getting like an additional 3.6 on top of that So, it's kind of up to you to decide how much that's worthwhile to you. But 3.6% damage is probably not equal to 34% crit damage. It's probably more equal to like 15% crit damage increase. Just because the crit damage increase acts as a multiplier to the base attack. And then the base attack is also multiplied whenever you use her ultimate ability. So just for Black Widow, speaking from her having a much more in-depth perspective on her, that's what's happening there. So cool. Let's jump over now to our character list. We'll start with Star-Lord. And the best way to do this is just hop in and check them out. I'm just going to be going in order of how I reviewed them originally, with Black Widow being the only exception. Just because for me, Black Widow and Star-Lord have changed positions. Okay, so for Star-Lord, his special costumes are Steampunk, which looks rather terrible. But you are getting Steampunk, Apply Element, Shot, Class, Skill, Level, +6. Say that 6 times. And Space Pirate, both of those are fairly reasonable. Space Pirate was our 3rd ranked skill with the black armor. Shock Shot is okay, but probably the worst for him. I think Fire is top, and Chill is probably 2nd best. Elemental Blaster was our not at all on any of our lists. Elemental Cannon was. And then Apply Element Chill Shot is not at all on my list. Again, it's 2nd best, but Burn is really what you want. So neither of these are really attractive to me. 2099, however, does give you also Elemental Blaster, which is also trash. So Problem Solver, Elemental Cannon, and Space Pirate are the ones that we were using for Star-Lord. So all of these new costumes are pretty dumb for him. Not even really worth wasting your time on. So even if you like Star-Lord a lot, I wouldn't recommend investing in those costumes for him. I would invest in them for someone else, like Black Widow, because they're pretty dope skills for a Black Widow. All right, now for Storm. Originally, we cared out for Storm Weather Witch, Pressure Manipulation, and Lightning Attack. I think Weather Witch being far and away the best single damage that you can use. And if you've ever watched Darth Micro and his progression through Storm, he went from really liking Pressure Manipulation to saying Weather Witch is hands down the best. So Moscow Knights is the new one that's been added. Icicle Crash, not helpful, but it's an option here. It's just not one that we really care about. So just note that that's the one you're getting from that. Steampunk is giving you Lightning Cloud and Atmosphere Control. Lightning Cloud is none of the ones that we care about, so not great for her. At least I'm fairly certain. One sec, we have to check the skill. This one is Lightning Cloud for Weather Witch, so we do care about that one. But the secondary skill is not all that great on Steampunk, which is the Atmosphere Control. Just not one that we're using. Pressure Manipulation would have been much better. Or, again, Weather Witch. Rise of the East gives you Air Current and Wind Rider, neither of which were on our list. So she doesn't. Not all of the stars line up for Storm, though the Lightning Cloud is helpful. So if you did want one, Steampunk is the way to go, which is not currently boosted. So I wouldn't worry about her right now. Dropping into Spider-Man, and I'm doing this as I'm reviewing them for the first time, so all of this is new information to me as well. Just wanted to get this information out to you guys as quickly as possible. Coming into collection costumes, his brand new one is $20.99 as well. Same with Star-Lord. He has kind of like a creepy, weird spider face. Spider Swing is not one of ours that we have rated. Spider Bola is number 1. Web Shooter Mastery and Spider Sense Combat Tumble Web Shot are the ones that we cared about. So $20.99 is not all that great. Steampunk is getting you Spider Sense Combat Skill +6, which was our 3rd ranked choice. Spider Combat Class Skill +6. We'll review all the Spider Combat Class skills at the end. And then this one is Web Tech Class +6, Spider Grenade skill +6. So I think Steampunk is the one that we would want. Let's see, our top ones for Spider-Man were Spider Bola, which is Spider Combat. That's a Steampunk. Web Shooter Mastery was our number 2, which is a web shooter. And then we have Spider Sense Combat as our last one. And this one is Spider Combat. So again, Spider Combat being the one that you're really wanting here for 2 of those 3 skills. And the last one is the one that you're benefiting from here. The Spider Sense Combat +6 and the Spider Sense Combat skill +6. So Steampunk Mask is okay for Spider-Man. You are getting some synergy there with the best ranked skills, but it's not Spider Bola or Web Shooter Mastery. So not the greatest of greats for him. Now, top skills for Doctor Strange were Gateway Summoning. Let's see, Gateway Summoning, which is Mystic Arts, 7 Rings of Ragador, which is also Mystic Arts, and Book of Vishanti, which is also Mystic Arts. Touch of Vishanti is ironically in Astral Projection, but not Book of Vishanti, because, you know. Oh, wait, I have to check this real quick. It's actually Book of Vishanti Mystic Pioneer, which is this one, the first one. I remember for him that one was not what we cared about, though. 7 Rings of Ragador is hands down the best, and we want Ring Repulsion. So this one's Mystic Arts. And Gateway Launch from Gateway Summoning. And this one is Mystic Arts as well. So really Mystic Arts 3 times, so that's really what we care about here. And that gives us Ornate. And for him, 7 Rings of Ragador is our number 2 ranked skill, so this is a fairly good option. So for him, that's equal to the Defender set, so just choose whichever one you like upgrading and getting new options for. I think this one actually looks pretty dope on him. Steampunk of the eyepiece. 7 Rings of Ragador +6, again, that's our 2nd ranked, and then Mystic Arts class skill +6 will boost Gateway Summoning as well. So this is actually fairly great for Doctor Strange. Illusion Magic and Mirror Dimension aren't even on our list. So get out of here. Steampunk good for Doctor Strange. So I'd say still number 1 is Black Widow, getting all of the circles to line up for us. And Black Widow just benefiting from all this synergy a lot more. But Doctor Strange would probably be my next best option. We're going to go install this motion sensor, because I don't know why it wasn't. I was having a glitch with this before when I was trying to do it. Hopefully the patch kind of fixed this. But moving on here, Photon Blast, Kree Power, and Energy Impact were our top ones for her. Coming into her skills, Energy Impact was the bottom one, and we just want Cosmic Recharge. And this is mostly just to reduce her ultimate skill gauge, or increase her ultimate skill gauge recovery. So this is Light Speed Movement, Kree Power. I think it's this one, Superhuman Strength, and Photon Blast, Photon Focus. Cosmic Energy. So all 3 from different classes for her, which is a little unfortunate just for synergy reasons. But you're getting Warbird, which gives you Photon Flight +6, which is not one of our top ranked skills, so not helpful. Steampunk giving you light speed movement, which was our number 3 rated, and Mighty Flight, which wasn't even on here, so we don't really care about that. Cosmic Energy was for Photon Blast, and we get Photon Charge here, not Photon Blast. So not really great synergies for Captain Marvel, unfortunately. Moving over to Iron Man. Unibeam, Focal Energy Shot, Tactical Satellite, and Nanite Plasma. I believe all 3 of those were 3 different skill classes. So Unibeam is Repulsor Energy, and for these ones I think they just stay the same. Yeah, Iron Man is a little bit like Black Widow, where they stay the same within the class. The class stays the same within the skill set. So Repulsor Energy, weapon cartridges, and Jarvis. For him, that gives us War of the Realms, which is pretty cool armor. That just looks like armor. Mage armor. Defense. So Tactical Satellite. Now, Tactical Satellite didn't actually have an armor set, so this is a huge improvement. Maybe they watched my video, but now he finally gets a Tactical Satellite armor set with War of the Realms. So that is cool. It's an option that I didn't have before, so I'm fairly happy about that one. And then for special costumes, we get Steampunk, which is Arc Energy, and Repulsor Energy, neither of which are focuses for us, so not great on that one. Rise of the East gives you weapon cartridges and extra firepower. I know some people like extra firepower, but it wasn't on my list, so neither of those are great options for Iron Man. So again, if you're spending on a character to get those costumes, Iron Man is not your best option. Looks like so far it's Doctor Strange as number 2 and number 1 as Black Widow. All right, wrapping it up with Captain America. In his skills, we care about Captain's leadership, Captain's patience. I think this is just assist. Captain's patience, Sentinel of Liberty, his shield absorption, and our last one, I think they stay the same. Yes, they do. Oh no, Vibranium release. Okay, and it is Indomitability, so it's Vibranium release. And our last one is Hero's Duty Mighty Combo. And this one is hand-to-hand combat. So for him, you get Marvel Now, which is Unbreakable Will skill. We aren't using that on our top 3, so it's out of the running. Steampunk Helmet gives you shield absorption, which is that that Indomitability skill. Oh no, that was Vibranium release. Sorry. I think that might be Captain's Leadership. I'll have to go back and check. And Spearhead skill. I know some people like that for the damage, but didn't make my release. Didn't make mine. Promise of Victory and Vibranium release. Vibranium release does give you that damage boost. Promise of Victory skill was not on the list, but for Captain America, we're just going to do him the favor of Promise of Victory is the Shield Slam. I know people do like this one. Bulwark Breaker is a decent option. Shield Chain Strike is a good option. So these are like decent damage. It does give you some good options there. And this would just boost his damage, which he really does need some help with. So you could get Indomitability, would be getting a +6 bonus. And then your your Promise of Victory is going to be going up by 12 levels, which could get you some pretty sound damage on this last one, which again he really needs, which is why we bothered to double check. Anyway, hope you guys appreciated this. I know it was kind of a lengthy breakdown, but I think it needed to be done. It's a nice addendum to the video that just went up very recently. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. until next time, have some fun. Good luck out there and keep on gaming. Bye for now.